Hello students, this is a specimen of duodenum, pancreas and spleen. Now out of these three, duodenum and spleen we have already done. Today I am going to demonstrate pancreas. Right? Now starting with its introduction first, the pancreas, it is a soft, finely lobulated, elongated exo-endocrine gland. The exocrine part secretes the pancreatic juice which helps in the digestion of lipids, carbohydrates and proteins, and the endocrine part secretes the hormones, example like insulin, and these pancreatic hormones maintain glucose homeostasis. Now coming to its location, see the pancreas, it lies more or less horizontally on the posterior abdominal wall in epigastric and left hypochondric regions. It crosses the posterior abdominal wall obliquely from the concavity of the duodenum, right, to the hilum of the spleen. And the greater part of the gland is retroperitoneal, and its left extremity, that is the tail, this one, right, this tail lies in linorenal ligament, that is we have done with the spleen. Now see the pancreas, it is deeply located in the upper part of abdomen and hidden by many organs, so it is not accessible for physical examination. Coming to its shape and size, pancreas, it is J-shaped or retort shaped. You can see this one, retort shaped, right? The bowl of the retort represents its head, and the stem of the retort represents its neck, body and tail. Now the length of the pancreas, it is approximately 12 to 15 centimeters. Width is 3 to 4 centimeter. Thickness is 1.5 to 2 centimeters, and weight is approximately 90 grams. Coming to its parts and relations, the pancreas is subdivided into 4 parts: head, neck, body and tail. Starting with the head of the pancreas, see this head of the pancreas, it is enlarged disc-shaped right end of the pancreas which lies in the concavity of the C-shaped duodenal loop in the front of L2 vertebra. Head has 3 borders, 2 surfaces and 1 process. 3 borders, this is superior border, inferior border, right lateral border. Superior border is related to first part of duodenum, you can see first part of duodenum and superior pancreaticoduodenal artery. Then inferior border, it is related to third part of duodenum and inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. And this right lateral border, it is related to second part of duodenum and anterior and posterior pancreaticoduodenal arterial arcades. Right? This is about the borders. Then 2 surfaces, this is anterior surface and behind there will be the posterior surface. Anterior surface, from above downward, it is related to gastroduodenal artery, transverse colon, root of transverse mesocolon and jejunum. And posterior surface, it is related to inferior vena cava, left renal vein, bile duct and right crus of diaphragm. This is about 2 surfaces. Now left is one process, important one, and it is known as uncinate process. This uncinate process, it is a hook-like process from lower and left part of the head, and it extends towards the left behind superior mesenteric vessels. It is related anteriorly to the superior mesenteric vessels, right, and posteriorly to the abdominal aorta, right. Then coming to the neck of pancreas. Neck of pancreas, it is a slightly constricted part of the gland which connects head with the body. It is directed forward, upward and to the left and approximately 2.5 centimeter long. Now it has 2 surfaces again, anterior, posterior, right. It has 2 borders, upper and lower border. This anterior surface is related to pylorus and posterior surface is related to the commencement of most important portal vein. Then upper border is related to first part of duodenum over here, and lower border is related to the root of transverse mesocolon. Right, this is about the neck of pancreas. Next is the body of the pancreas. See this one. This body of pancreas, it is a elongated part of gland which extend from the neck of pancreas to the tail of pancreas. It passes towards the left of midline with a slight upward and backward inclination, right? With a slight backward and upward inclination, and it lies in front of the vertebral column at or just below the transpyloric plane, and it is somewhat triangular in shape. You can see it is somewhat triangular in shape. Now coming to its surfaces and borders, it has 3 borders, 3 surfaces and 1 process. One process is the tuber omentale, right? This tuber omentale, it is a part of the body project upwards over here, right? And this project above lesser curvature of stomach, and it comes in contact with the lesser omentum across the lesser sac, right? Now coming to the borders and surfaces. Borders, it has 3 borders, anterior, superior and inferior, as it is triangular, right? This anterior border, it provides attachment to the root of transverse mesocolon. Superior border, it is related to celiac artery above tuber omentale, hepatic artery to the right of tuber omentale, and then splenic artery to the left of tuber omentale. Then coming to the last border, that is the inferior border, it is related to superior mesenteric vessels at its right end, right? Then coming to the surfaces of the body of pancreas. See, now this is the anterior surface, then posterior surface, and this is inferior surface. 3 surfaces. Now coming to the anterior surface, it is concave and it is directed upward and forward, right? And it is related to lesser sac and stomach. Now next is the posterior surface over here. This posterior surface is devoid of peritoneum and it is related to aorta and origin of superior mesenteric artery. Then it is also related to left kidney and left suprarenal gland along with the splenic vein, right? Then inferior surface, it is covered by peritoneum and it is related to duodenojejunal flexure, left colic flexure and coils of jejunum and ileum, right? So this is about the 3 surfaces of body of pancreas. So by the time we are done with the body of pancreas, now coming to the last and 4th part of the pancreas, that is tail of pancreas. Now see, this tail of pancreas, it is the narrow left extremity of the pancreas. It is the left extremity of the pancreas. It lies in leno-renal ligament along with the splenic vessels, and this leno-renal ligament we have already done with the spleen, right? It is a fold of peritoneum. It is mobile. This tail of pancreas is mobile, unlike major retroperitoneal parts of the gland, right? And this tail of pancreas, it is rich in, or we can say it contains largest number of islet of Langerhans, right, as compared to the rest of the gland. And it is related to the visceral relation of the spleen between gastric impression and colic impression. So this is about the tail of pancreas, and this is all about the external features and parts of the pancreas. Now next is the ducts of pancreas. Usually there are 2 ducts, main and accessory duct, which drain exocrine secretion of pancreas into duodenum, right? First is the main pancreatic duct of Wirsung. This main pancreatic duct, it begins in the tail, right? And it traverses whole length of the gland near its posterior surface. It is actually in the substance of pancreas, right? And it is not visible over here. So it begins in the tail. It traverses the whole length of the gland near its posterior surface. At the neck over here, it turns downwards to the right. And now we'll come to this side. This is the main pancreatic duct. At the neck, it will turn downwards to the right to enter second part of the duodenum, right? Then there it joins bile duct. And it pierces duodenal wall to form hepatopancreatic ampulla of Vettel, right? Over here. And it opens by a narrow mouth on the summit of major duodenal papilla 8 to 10 centimeter distal to pylorus. So this is about the main pancreatic duct. This main pancreatic duct, it receives tributaries or smaller ducts throughout its length at the right angle to its long axis, and it is known as herringbone pattern. Right? Now second duct is the accessory pancreatic duct of Santorini. It begins in lower part of the head over here, and it runs upward and medially, crossing in front of the main pancreatic duct, and it opens into the second part of duodenum on the summit of minor duodenal papilla, which lies 6 to 8 centimeter, over here, 6 to 8 centimeter distal to pylorus, and it is approximately 2 to 3 centimeter above the level of the this main pancreatic duct, 2 to 3 centimeter above. This is about the duct of pancreas, main and accessory. Next is the arterial supply of pancreas. See, pancreas, it is a highly vascular structure and it is supplied by splenic artery. This splenic artery, it is a branch of celiac trunk, and it is a main source of blood supply to the pancreas. Its branches supply body and tail of pancreas, and it is tortuous in its course. Detail of splenic artery you have already done with the spleen, right? Next artery supplying to the pancreas is superior pancreaticoduodenal artery, which is a branch of gastroduodenal artery, right? And third is the inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery, which is a branch of superior mesenteric artery. So this is about the arterial supply, right? Now coming to the venous drainage. Veins of the pancreas drain into portal vein, right, and superior mesenteric vein and splenic vein. So this is all about the pancreas, its external features, relations of all the parts of pancreas, ducts, and blood supply of pancreas. Thank you.